I wish,
And in this village
more than anything,
lived a young maiden,
more than life, more than jewels.
a carefree young lad.
I wish.
Hello, folks. This is your host, Tammy Tuckey, and you are now listening to the Tiara Talk Show. We bring you rare interviews with the makers of Disney magic. Whether they be singers, actors, Imagineers, animators, they have all made their mark on the Disney name. Be sure to check out the show notes, other episodes, contests, our social media pages from Facebook to Twitter, and more on our official website at www.thetiaratalkshow.com. Are you looking to plan and book an upcoming Disney vacation? Contact the Tiara Talk Show's official travel agent, James from Destinations in Florida, by visiting destinationsinflorida.com/Tiara for a free quote. The link is also included in the show notes on our website. All guest opinions are theirs and theirs alone and do not represent the opinions of the Tiara Talk Show or the host. The Tiara Talk Show is not associated with the Disney Company. Thank you for tuning into this week's episode. And from all of us here at the Tiara Talk Show, have a hoop-de-doo day.
The young lad had no father, and his mother.
I wish.
I'm excited to welcome this week's Tiara Talk Show guest, Daniel Huttlestone, to the show. Welcome, Daniel.
Hi.
So excited to have you on the show. Now, everybody will have already seen you in Into the Woods. It's a big success for Disney right now. And of course, you're playing Jack, and you get this show-stopping song. It's actually one of my favorite songs in the show, Giants in the Sky. I love that song. The music is very, very difficult. So I can only imagine what it was like for rehearsal process for you. But before we get to the rehearsal process, I wanted to ask about the audition process, because when I was at the Disney Expo in 2013, they had just announced the entire cast except Jack and Red Riding Hood at the time. Was it a very long audition process for Into the Woods for you?
Yeah, it took about 2 months to process, because I had to do scripts and send them off, do self-tapes and send them off to Rob Marshall in USA, and then I had to do some songs and send it off there. And then when he saw the videos and tapes, I had to have a meeting with him in Covent Garden, and he spoke to me about how amazing I am at singing and acting.
So was it really easy to go up to him and say, well, here's my problem here and there with this song. I want to make sure I'm doing it right. I'm portraying my character correctly. Was it easy to talk with him about that?
Yeah, it was, because the type of guy Rob is, he's such a nice guy. He's like a really close friend to you, and he's just an amazing person to do acting with. And you get some directors which are really strict, and they want to do it quickly and fast. But Rob is nice and relaxed. He likes to take his time, but sometimes hurry up as well. But yeah, it was nice and easy to ask him loads of questions and that.
So you've been in musicals and movies and on the West End. When you're doing a musical for a movie, is it the same type of sit down, we'll read through the script, we'll run every song, or we'll play every song so everybody can hear it, or is it just go right into filming?
No, we had about 6 weeks rehearsing. So we all got round in the big table all together, all the cast and crew and that, and we did literally from the first word to the last word, all in one go.
Had you ever seen Into the Woods before being attached to the project?
No, so I was a bit nervous, yeah.
When you had the Into the Woods sets, did you ever get lost walking around the woods?
Yeah, I did, a lot of the time, because it was a massive studio when we were filming in, and it was just it was like a woods, an actual woods. It was just amazing, yeah.
Was it scary to climb that tree for your song Giants in the Sky?
Yeah, I actually slipped off the tree at one time.
No! Were you okay, though?
Yeah, I was alright. I got a bit tearful, but it was okay, because the tree in the film looks dry, but it's actually not. When I was filming it, it was all wet and soggy. So when I was bouncing on, I slipped. And
oh, jeez.
Yeah. I just got up and got with it,
So now when you're filming, I know that there's a lot of downtime because they're setting up shots or something goes wrong, lighting, whatever. So when you have downtime, what would you like to do with the other cast members? Because it is an ensemble piece and you're usually most of the time all together.
Yeah. Well, normally because I brought my Xbox with me in the trailer. So I just went back and played that, and I actually played with James Corden in the trailer. So
what game were you playing?
FIFA 15.
Okay. That's very well. I hope they make an Into the Woods video game and you could play yourself.
That'd be cool.
That would be really exciting. That would be fun. What other musicals would you like to partake in?
I'd love to do Jersey Boys.
Oh my goodness, that's a great one, and that would be a very challenging one. But I know you could do it. That would be very interesting to see you do that.
That would be the songs from the Jersey Boys is amazing. Like, I'm addicted to them. Yeah.
So now we have the filming process. You get to work with Tracy Ullman, who has also been in some musicals herself. One of my favorites she's done is Once Upon a Time, which is also for Disney, because she's playing your mom. You know, you want to make sure you have that dynamic of mom and son with her. So were you asking her questions about being in previous musicals and her experience?
No, I researched her up before we started the movie, and I found out that she was a singer back in like the 80s, during the 90s era, and she was the founder of The Simpsons, which was pretty cool to meet her, because I watched Simpsons all the time. It was hard not to laugh during the filming, like, because she was just too funny. Yeah.
So when you're working with a real cow, is it as entertaining as it might seem?
I don't know, it's hard work trying to pull a cow around, but I had about 4 weeks training with the cow. Because there was a farm backed onto Shepperton Studios. Okay. And I had about 4 weeks with Bill, who was like the cowboy. and that was, at first I was a bit, because you think, a cow, it's nice and snuggly and that's cute. But when you're actually in front of a real cow, it's very big and it intimidates you as well.
And you have to guide this cow around the set. Yeah. So I can only imagine the kind of maybe at first fear of being okay with the animal and making sure he's happy and everything. So did you get like little snacks stuffed in your pocket? Yeah, you got these little chewy like hay things. It's like a dog really. So you give them a treat and they're good. So, but I actually did get a chance to meet the cow when I was training with him for 4 weeks. So when you see everybody on the red carpet, was it a long time since you've seen them all together? Yeah, it was. The last time I saw them was filming, really. And it was really nice to see them again, like the lot of them. Do you guys have like a group iMessage chat going on? Like, hey, I just made it out of the woods today. No, but I've kept in contact with a couple of them, so Tracy, Emily, James. So you met everybody in the cast except Johnny Depp, is this correct? Yeah, I met him brief, because we were doing the recording, and as I was leaving, because I recorded all my stuff, as I was leaving the studios, he was just going in, so I was like, might as well say hi to him once in a lifetime, because it's Johnny Depp. So I said hi to him, and he seems a cool guy, you know. What are the latest projects that you're working on that you can tell us of? Because I would love to see you in another movie musical very soon. Yeah. Well, the next one is starting about May, April, and it's not actually a musical this time. It's a normal just acting. Throughout my acting career, I've just done musicals, and it's going to be a good change as well, because it's really exciting to know that I'm not going to be doing a musical, but I love musicals still. But it's going to be a bit of a change for me, yeah. So now I have 3 fun Disney questions I always ask my guests who come on the show. Yeah. So we'll start with the Donald one. So the Donald one is, as a child, what Disney film would you always like to watch over and over again? It's a tough one, because they're all good. Is Peter Pan one? Absolutely, yes. Yeah, I love Peter Pan, too. I love Peter Pan, yeah. And our goofy question, what Disney character do you think would be your best friend if you met them in person? I'll probably go for a cheeky one. So who's a cheeky Disney character? I'd say the genie. The genie from Aladdin. Yeah. You know, he always makes the funny joke. Yeah. Or I think Simba would be great for you. Oh, yeah. Lion King. You know, he always wants to be king. As well. Yeah, Lion King as well. That's one of I'll still watch it. And our Mickey question, if I asked you to name any Disney song at this very moment, what comes to mind for you? Probably Agony from Into the Woods. You know what, Daniel, thank you so much for coming on the show. I'm so excited that Into the Woods is doing so well. The soundtrack is amazing. I love listening to it, and I really hope that everything goes well and another musical will be around the corner for you. That would be very exciting. Hopefully. Than before. After the sky, there are giants in the sky. There are big, tall, terrible, awesome, scary, wonderful giants in the sky.
Into the woods to sell a friend.